Hey guys, it's Shirley. Obviously, a little update on the 55 gallons. They still look rough, but all the fish that survived are in there. We cleaned it out. We did 100% water change, probably like 3 times because of how we did it, at least 3 times. And it started the night with zero ammonia, zero nitrite. Well, the ammonia is built up again, so we've done another water change, a big one. But all the fish that came out of it yesterday, that was in the ammonia for so long, um, they they are doing well. They are, and actually, on top of it all, we only lost. We there was probably a good 30 or so fish that was floating at the top of the tanks. I mean, or on the substrate. And as we were netting them out to see, see who was dead and everything, we noticed that a lot of them were barely alive. I mean, and they're in there now. I mean, but we lost probably 12 to 15. At first, we thought it was only 10, but there were a few that were up in the floating plants in the top of that one, and then there was some up in there, in the floating plants in there, and in the roots of the plants. But anyway, so we found a couple more. So we're not really sure how many, but anyway, so what happened was I have this one on a canister, and as well as a sponge filter, and this one is just on sponge filters. This one is fairly well stocked. This one is a lot more lightly stocked. But what happened with this one is I had the canister plugged into a smart outlet, so that way I could turn it on and off with my phone when we were doing water changes and stuff. It was just convenient. Well, I didn't realize that when I had programmed that particular outlet before. Oh, good God, Gidget's chasing Schmear. Anyway, I didn't realize that I had programmed it and didn't take off the programming. So it shut it off automatically at 10:30 yesterday. I didn't realize it, or not yesterday, day before yesterday. I didn't realize it because, well, I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't check. It's quiet, so you don't really notice it unless you check for it. This one, which wasn't as bad, was on sponge filters. And what happened there is the main line that feeds the main air line that feeds those sponge filters had gotten kinked somehow. Don't ask me how. We just unkinked it, and now it's working again. It's working fine. Yeah, so neither one of those sponge filters were going, which makes sense because there was a lot less ammonia and more nitrites. So it was still cycling somewhat. It just seems like the nitrites weren't cycling really well, but that had a little ammonia too. But so basically what happened with these two, and the funny thing is it happened with this guy, that one over there too. Oh, see the snails. Anyway, it happened with that over there too. Couple of, like, a day or two before this happened, the canister never got plugged back in after a water change, but we caught that pretty quick before anything bad could happen. But with this one, these guys right here, it was just a matter of it had been programmed and I didn't realize it was that outlet. So it's the fix now. I've deleted the programming, and for now, until I can trust the outlet again, I'm not putting it back in a smart outlet. Although it might win now that I know that the programming is deleted and that little schedule of turning it off is deleted. Because like I said, that was originally an outlet for my lights, so I was having it turn off at a certain time and turn on at a certain time. So when the outlet turned off, it turned the canister off, and I didn't realize it. So, and the funny thing is, it had done the same thing to the heater. And again, I didn't notice it until later. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you an update. It wasn't, to recap, it wasn't as bad as we thought. We lost about probably half the fish we thought we had lost. The fish that were barely alive are doing great. They've eaten. They're back. They seem to be back to normal. All the fish are in here for now until we can make sure both tanks are up to par and working. I have done some testing on it, and although the ammonia has built back up in here, so it looks like the cycle's taken some time to recover, I guess. This one has been processing and The cycle doesn't seem to be damaged at all on this one, really. It's, well, at least not much, because it's still got some nitrites, but the nitrites have mostly cycled, and the ammonia was high, but that was because we didn't see the fish that was in there. That's what indicated that we might have missed some fish, and we went looking for them as the high ammonia. So the ammonia is a little bit high in there, but there's no fish in this one. So they're all in here, and this one we are keeping up with, testing frequently now, of course. And we're doing all that. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. Hopefully we'll get this mess cleaned up and get it going again, and the cycle will go again. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and thank you so much for not giving me a hard time when I broke down on camera. I was barely holding it together, and I almost didn't record it, but I felt like I had not shared enough of the not so great things, even though I told you guys I would, keep it 100%. And like when Sid died, I didn't say anything. I didn't, address that. But that was just too hard for me. I couldn't. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to keep you guys updated on what's going on. And so I know everybody's worried. But yes, good news is we didn't lose near what we thought we did. And probably about half of what we thought we did. So cheers, guys. Have a good night.